Not just like, hey, we went down to the pier and took a little stroll. Got some ice cream. Came back.
Under the boardwalk.
Zeus turned into a white swan. Then he defiled Grandma. Under the boardwalk. Boardwalk.
Beware and warning.
Oh, our socks match today. Sock brothers.
You couldn't even wait. You couldn't even wait for the introduction to interrupt. I almost called it the interruption because that's what it is. You interrupted the introduction.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
No, but not like this.
This was a big one.
This is the first step.
I mean, literally, like we're both wearing socks, so it was a big step in socks. It was a cushioned step because mine are yours also like
No,
a
they're
thermal?
not.
No, just normal.
I didn't tell you after Supercomputer. Oh, because we just for the audience, we haven't recorded in 2 months.
Yeah, we had a back catalog.
Yes, and I was telling my wife I have to edit Supercomputer, and then that's the last one, and she's like, oh. Like ever?
You're like, Abby and I are done.
I mean, after your introduction.
Yeah. Peter stands up, walks out. Welcome to Choose Your Own Book Club with just me.
You could definitely be me, though.
My name is Peter.
I mean, you do all the time. Like, oh, I don't want to do this.
I'll just go through my Peter run through and just say what I think Peter would do.
Well, here's the thing. We've never been in the same room at the same time. So we could potentially be the same person.
It's true. Every time there's a picture of the two of us, I just have Peter take a picture of himself and I just like layer it in.
Exactly. Yeah. Face swap.
And the face double is like 7 different people. Nose from one person. Eyes, 2 different eyes.
Like Conan O'Brien when he used to do those things. Like what celebrity babies.
Yeah. Just like that.
Well, we actually have things to talk about today. So this is a podcast all about the Choose Your Own Adventure books. And let's go to our first segment, Choose News.
No, I have to do the song first. Choose News.
It's news for kids by kids. Lasers. So we actually have an update.
Yeah, a big update.
Yeah. And that is that they are re-releasing the first 10 Choose Your Own Adventure books. So that means the first 10 Packards, or like the first 7 or 6 or 7 Packards.
Yeah, so they got together and, I mean, reunited.
And it feels so good.
With Packard.
But it's the first time they're going to be releasing, like, they said 25 years?
Yeah, I was like, Edward Packard and Choose getting back together is such a huge deal. And they were like, yes, it's been a super long time coming and finally the right moment. They're so happy. So we are super happy for them as well. So
definitely.
Packards are so impossible to find. Like you can only find them, you know, if you're thrifting and you happen to stumble upon one, or if you want to buy one on the internet. You know, they're always used, not in the greatest condition. But yeah, I offered them $20 if they could try to convince someone to change the title on book 1 to The Cave of Time and Space. And they laughed at me. So
that seems about right. But it's also going to be the original artwork too.
Yes.
And that's what sells, to me at least, is what sells it.
Yeah. So they're going to be releasing a big retro box of all of those early books, and it'll have original art. And we did ask Edward Packard in an email about this reconnection because we were really like, oh my gosh, Grandpa, what's going on?
Oh, so this is the email I got from Edward Packard. So thank you for the email. Because Choose Co., the company founded by Ray Montgomery, managed to get control of the CYOA trademark after Random House stopped publishing the books, Choose Co. was effectively able to market Montgomery-controlled books in the series, and I wasn't able to effectively market mine. Also, I was focused on other projects. It became obvious that Choose Co.'s list had a weird gap and that my books weren't included. Finally, they made an offer that my agent and I thought were satisfactory, so I agreed to license them to release 6 of my earliest books, including The Cave of Time.
Yeah.
I very lightly edited them and made some minor improvements in them as well.
Yeah. So we're really excited to see what differences will be in there, because we always enjoy looking at like the original copies that I have versus the re-release ones that Peter usually brings along, because sometimes there's really big differences, sometimes there's not. So I think it'll be really interesting to see what the differences are. And I'm really, really pumped that it's going to have some original Paul Granger artwork.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. And I'm so excited for Grandpa Ed.
But yeah, I just think for the whole series to really be complete, you need both.
Yeah. Like as new authors were added in, as we're going along, like we're going to have a new author run this book today. There's just more like diversification in who we're reading and the writing styles and stuff. But really, I've always loved the Packard books. You can't beat the OG. So I'm really excited that kids are going to be able to start reading those books again, that parents are going to be able to share like their love for these original books with their kids too.
Like we explained in those original episodes too, like those first 10 original books, they really kind of experiment with the format a lot.
Yeah.
Until it kind of becomes a little bit more formulaic as the series goes on. So those first 10 are so wild and so great. So
yeah,
really excited.
Yeah. You can buy them. You can get them from your libraries now. Woo! I can't wait. So exciting.
But we're not here to talk about that. Oh, that's the end of Choose News. Got a little reverb in there. So we're reading number 40, The Throne of Zeus, written by Deborah Lerme Goodman. Ooh, you have a weird cover. Yikes.
That's me and Zeus. He's giving me a back rub.
I'm just seeing your cover for the first time, and yeah, it is odd.
His face looks like drunk uncle kind of face, like someone who's 7 beers into a 6-pack.
So let's just get into Choose Your Own Summary.
Yeah.
So Abby, you're going to describe this book in 60 seconds or less.
I was just reading about the author, and it says she lives in Cambridge, Massachusetts with her husband, John, a loom, 5 bicycles, and more than 100 rubber stamps.
Stamping was cool back then.
Stamp it up, baby.
Stamp it out. I'm going to give you 2 options. Option number 1 is, again, we're doing Greek mythology.
Yeah.
So I kind of want you to do, I know you're a big gamer. A lot of Call of Duty. A lot of a 360 no scope.
Yeah, I know those words.
So I would like you to do it in like a God of War Kratos voice, since we're talking about Greek mythology.
Okay.
So it's a lot of, this is life, boy.
Okay.
So this really gruff, and you have to say boy a lot.
Okay.
Option number 2 is there's an option to both ride a dolphin and turn into a dolphin. So I want you to do it in a dolphin voice.
Just all EEs?
No, but I think you can do it like this. Or I guess it's more of like horse voice.
Horse.
Or you can do it like that.
I guess a dolphin voice would just sound like giggling all the time.
And that's your default anyway, so.
Maybe I'll try it in a dolphin voice. Can you add in sea sound effects?
Definitely.
Okay. I need to have sea sound effects behind it. Okay.
60 seconds starts now.
I'm a little kid.
Oh, God.
Parents live in Greece with me. I have gas. And
Okay, we have to stop. We have to stop. No.
Peter hates this. I hate it too. It's terrible.
We have to come up with a third option.
We need a different option. Sometimes there's 3 options in these books.
There hasn't been in a while, but...
Okay, we need a different option.
So we took a break.
Yeah.
Option number 3 is going to be... There's a huge storyline with Icarus and Dad Icarus.
Yeah.
Daddy Icarus.
Daddy Icarus, whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, who cares?
Nobody cares.
So you're going to try to keep a Kleenex aloft, much like Icarus, for 60 seconds while you're doing your summary. Okay. So then just keeping it aloft with your hands, I guess.
Okay. If it doesn't work, I'm going to grab that compressed air thing. Actually, that would be fun.
Okay, do that first.
Okay. Mm-hmm. No, it's wet. Just kidding. It's not compressed air. It's wet.
It's wet air.
It doesn't smell good. Even I stank. Okay.
Oh, was it WD-40?
Serious eye irritation. Oh,
Okay, 60 seconds starts now.
Okay.
Off to a bad start.
You're off to a bad start. Okay, I'm a young kid. My grandma is helping watch me while my parents are out in the researchers in Greece, and they're trying to prove that the gods existed. And I'm like, I want to help them. Otherwise, the university is going to cut their funding.
Oh. It fell to the floor.
Beep. Sorry, I should say beep instead of the F word.
30 seconds.
Then I'm like, I'm going to go out and prove it by going to the Parthenon and stuff. So I
keep juggling.
And then, I get greeted by Athena in the middle of the night. And she is like, I'm
drop again.
Send you back. Do you want to go see Persephone or Icarus?
Dropped again.
And shut up. The whole
10
point
seconds.
is that he falls, okay? And you have to decide if you're going to go back in time to Persephone or Icarus. And that's how you can find Zeus. Oh, God.
No. Well.
That was my workout for the day, too. You do it next time. Sit over there laughing.
But it wouldn't be funny if I did. It would just be sad. I'd split my pants.
That would be funny.
I would start crying.
That would also be funny.
I always love the intros of this book because they always just try to explain how a kid is on this adventure, and they never do a good job.
No.
And this was pure gold in that capacity.
I thought this one did a great job.
There's just so much to talk about, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about.
Okay, so this is how this book starts. So for months, you and your grandmother have waited for your parents to return home to Athens. Their archaeological digs often take them to distant parts of Greece, but they have never been gone so long before. Your mother and father have unearthed a throne they believed was made for the ancient Greek god, Zeus. They're convinced it is the first trace ever discovered of Olympus, palace of the gods. You were eager to hear about their excavations and see pictures of the throne, but now that your parents are home, they seem upset. So they've been gone for months. Which I think is so funny. Haven't heard anything from them.
No.
They don't even give you a picture of what they found.
No. They just come back and they're instantly upset. And you're like, is it me?
It kind of seems that way because they haven't talked to you for months.
As a kid, I would be like, what did I do?
I would do that now.
Mommy. Mommy, love me.
Your father says the university has threatened to discontinue the excavation. We need hard evidence by the end of the summer to convince them that this throne could have only been made for Zeus.
Well, number one, is it huge?
Right.
Because I feel like Zeus would be huge.
But also we found this dig, we found this excavation, we have unearthed a throne.
Yeah.
That clearly is from ancient times.
Is it on top of a giant mountain and it's huge?
My point is they found something. They clearly found an excavation breakthrough.
Right.
And the university is like, oh, was it Zeus? If it's not Zeus, we don't care.
Well, then screw off.
Right.
Get out of here. We don't even care.
Exactly.
Take your little ancient throne and get out of here. We don't want it.
Take your relics and hit the road.
See you later. I said good day, sir. I said good day.
My point is, why would a university care? You found something of ancient value.
Right.
Because the throne is clearly for someone important. So it's...
I mean, I've got a picture of it here. It's got lightning bolts on it.
That might be a giveaway.
I mean, it's got lightning bolts on it all over. Kind of a clue.
It was either a throne for Zeus or a throne for Jolt Cola.
Yeah. It was sponsored by Jolt Cola, actually.
So they say we need something that clearly links the throne to Zeus. A crown inscribed with his name would help. Which is
if you turn the throne over, it says for Zeus under it. So that would be a dead giveaway.
Right.
Flip it.
A stone tablet listing the laws of Olympus would be ideal, but we don't know if such a thing ever existed.
Rule number 1, don't talk about Olympus. Rule number 2, why would they have those things? on the inside of Zeus's throne, it says Zeus's crown. So if he loses it.
Don't touch.
So if he loses it, someone's like, oh, I know whose this is. He must have dropped it. I'll bring it back. They put it in the Lost and Found. He finds it. It's at like an Olive Garden. When you're here, your family.
But it's like homework from middle school. Like, hey, if you don't put your name on your homework, you're just going to throw it out in high school.
Yeah.
Same thing with crowns. If you don't put your name on it,
yeah,
they're just going to throw it out.
How do we know?
Did I ever tell you that story? In middle school, I was told that, like, hey, if you don't put your name on your homework, they're just going to throw it out. They're just going to throw it out when you get to high school. Then I got to high school. And then they said, oh, hey, in college, they're not going to care. If you put your name on your homework, they're just going to throw it out. They don't have time for that. They're just going to throw it out. Got to college, my first semester, like the second week, the professor holds up someone's homework assignment. It's like, oh, someone forgot to put the name on it. Does this look familiar to anybody? It's like, you lied. You all lied to me.
It was your paper, wasn't it?
It was. No, it wasn't.
Okay, good.
Because
you were so paranoid.
Because you know me. I have anxiety about everything.
You wrote it on every page, on the top and the bottom, just in case they didn't see it. And on the back.
I had a name tag on, just in case. There was a class, I think my second semester, I wrote to my professor and I was like, hey, I don't remember if I wrote my name on my test. Can you make sure?
One time you wrote your name on there, Potter, and you were like, no, they're going to think Potter wrote this.
Potter. 0 points for Potter.
There's no Potter in my class. I'm going to throw this out. There is a Peter who didn't take this test. Can't be him. Anyway, your mom's a hottie.
Well,
she looks just like your grandma, so they have to be the ones who are related.
We are going to get to your mom because there's some shenanigans afoot.
With your grandma and Zeus. Because they know each other.
Your grandmother murmurs, talk to Zeus, clearing the table. Which I just love that. She can't like say it. She just says, just talk to Zeus.
Remember if you talk to Zeus. And she waggles her eyebrows.
Your parents from this part on are out of the picture. You never see them again.
No.
You talk to your grandmother and said, have you ever talked with Zeus? And she says a few times. On the summer solstice, the ancient gods take special interest in mortal beings. Sometimes they appear on Earth. Why I've even walked with Zeus.
And I was like, is that a euphemism, Grandma?
Well, as an adult, I was also like, oh, do you mean like religiously? Have you walked with Zeus? Like, this is where I carried you.
With me. Yeah.
This is where I carried you. Our God is an awesome God. He shoots lightning. But you can interpret it that way, like, oh, I've walked with him like religiously, but it'd also be like, hey, as we're gonna find out later, it can be a third option.
Yeah, it's not just like, hey, we went down to the pier and took a little stroll, got some ice cream, came back
under the boardwalk.
Zeus turned into a white swan. Then he defiled Grandma under the boardwalk. Boardwalk.
I couldn't breathe for like 20 seconds.
Oh. Oh, no.
Well, we know what the stinger is in the beginning. So tomorrow is the solstice, you say, shivering with excitement. Maybe if I can talk to the gods, I can help Mom and Dad find the evidence they need. Since they won't ask Zeus for clues, I'll do it myself, which I have never thought at all as a child. Like, I know my parents would have problems with work, and I was never like, hey, you know what? I'll just do it. I'll just fix it. I know I have no experience in your career at all. Most kids don't even know what their parents do.
True.
It's just like a vague understanding of a job. It's like, oh, I'll just do it. I can fix it.
Well, and a lot of times too, parents don't like share what's going on with like problems in their work with their kids. I think intentionally.
Right.
Because they're kids.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I kind of try to tell my kids, like, adults don't ask a kid to fix a problem. If a grown-up is asking you to fix a grown-up problem, then you immediately know that's a red flag. Right?
Well, I think there's more problems with this family than they are letting on. That like, well, if I just fix this, then we'll be happy. It seems very like 80s family, like, if the Angels win the World Series, we'll be back together again.
Oh, Angels in the outfield. So good.
Oh, so you ask Graham, where can I find Zeus? I can't tell you that. She kisses you goodnight. You have to discover Zeus on your own.
Which also is a little weird.
Mm-hmm. Especially since Zeus might be your grandpa.
Zeus could be your papa.
So all night you wonder where you might find Zeus. You can't envision him appearing in your modern apartment, but you can imagine him striding comfortably through an ancient temple. So you tell your grandmother of your plans, and it doesn't say, but she must be like, that's fine.
She's like, good for you.
Yeah. Just wandering off.
Good for you, baby.
Mm-hmm. Good for you trespassing on historic grounds.
Mm-hmm. I packed you a sack lunch.
Because there's two options. So you wait until late afternoon to go into the Acropolis. There are many tourists snapping pictures of the marble ruins, but you know from previous visits that the guards will usher everyone out at 5 o'clock. So again, you are planning to break into this place.
Heck yeah, I am. I'm a rebel.
But Grandma's okay.
Grandma's fine with it.
I imagine her like in the car with like the motor running.
Did you have fun? Breaking and entering?
So chain link fences encircle each of the ancient sanctuaries. The Parthenon is the largest, most important temple, and the one you think Zeus would be most likely to visit. Unfortunately, it also attracts the greatest number of people, and you'll have a hard time entering it unseen. Maybe you should try the sanctuary of Artemis Baronia. There aren't as many people around it. Those are the two options.
Yeah.
What'd you end up doing?
I went to the Shrine of Artemis.
Oh, okay. I think I did the other one.
Yeah, I went to the Shrine of Artemis because when I really was into Greek mythology, Artemis was always my girl.
Okay. I went to the Parthenon. It was kind of cool because my pick, again, I have the newer pictures. Mm-hmm. I basically meet Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman! Yeah. I mean, I meet her too.
Oh, okay.
You also, when you go there, you see like this big light when you're in the Shrine of Artemis, and you're like, you can either decide to stay right where you are or investigate the source of the light. And you know me, I investigate. So I go over there and I see a tall woman in white robes standing at the center of the temple. And it's probably the same tall woman who was standing in your temple, because you're like, oh my God, you're not Zeus. And she's like, of course I'm not. I'm Athena.
Yeah, so I meet Athena.
I meet dad.
Athena no matter what. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you meet her no matter what.
In my run through, when you meet Athena, this is a detail I want to tell you really quick. Mm-hmm. You say, you're not Zeus. And she laughs, of course not. I'm Athena, daughter of Zeus. If you wanted to meet my father, you shouldn't have come to my temple. Gingerly, you take her hand. You are surprised to find that it feels remarkably like your mother's.
Did it send us to the same page?
Oh, no. It did.
It sends you to the same page no matter what.
That is so dumb.
What? So if I go to the Artemis temple, it tells you.
Yeah, there's a diagram
12.
on the back of mine. And yeah, it instantly
puts you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you stroll around, you see light radiating from the interior of the Parthenon, and you're like, oh my gosh, should I go investigate it or stay where I am? Mm-hmm. And I go investigate it, and that's when you're like,
So hey, I do hate when they do that, where it's like, it's not really a choice.
No, why did you even let me? I mean, I could have stayed where I am, but then.
You insta-die if you do the other, for your branch, I think you insta-die.
You are blinded by the light, and you're like, Zeus?
Revved up like a Zeus.
Blinded by light, revved up like a Zeus. No, it's a watchman with a light. So yeah, he's like, stay where you are. He's mad. From the guard's office, he phones the police, and you get in trouble. So yeah, you basically have to go to the Parthenon.
And so then, you meet Athena, and you take her hand, and it's surprisingly like your mother's. I think this is the best evidence that your grandma
had a roll in the hay with big Z. And you ask her, can you take me to Zeus? And she's like, not like totally. I can bring you back to ancient times, to like some people who are about to potentially have a run-in with him. But then like you're going to make choices that are maybe going to bring you to him or not.
Right.
You have to decide if you're going to meet Persephone, who's going to be spending a lot of time with Hades, who's one of Zeus's brothers, or go see Icarus on the island of Crete, and he has a big adventure ahead of him, and as such could run into Zeus.
Right.
So
I met Icarus first, and it sounds like you went to Persephone first.
Yes, I did go see Icarus, but I wanted to see Persephone first because I love that story.
Right. I think it's good to like start with those two myths or stories, just because I think for kids or for really anyone, those are the two stories that people are going to know the most.
Yeah, they're very, very well known. So it was really fun to have those ones be like the first kind of intros into the story. There are other well-known myths that pop up in here, but
some lesser ones too.
Yeah, for sure. But those two are really fun and ones that I think kids are really attracted to when they first start learning about Greek mythology. So I, asked, please take me to Persephone, and went on my merry way. And I get there, and there's this like cute girl who's like my age, and she's sitting in a bed of lilies, and she's like, "You're wearing weird clothes." And I'm like, yeah. She's like, "You must be one of Athena's friends from another place and time." And I'm like, oh my gosh.
But it's also weird. In my pictures too, Persephone is kind of like a kid.
Yeah.
And it's weird that they made Persephone a kid.
Yeah.
Because of the story.
Right.
We know what's going to happen.
So I'm like, Athena brought me here to look for Zeus. Have you ever seen him? She's like, yeah, all the time. He comes here all the time. And I'm like, creepy. Persephone are like walking around looking at flowers, and she sees a flower at the edge of this like big chasm, crevasse, if you will. In
Love
the
a good
earth.
crevasse.
And there's wisps of smoke coming out of this deep gorge. And she's like, I can smell that flower from here. And she goes and runs at it. And I sniff the air, and I'm like, it smells rank over here. It smells like eggs. It's nasty. It smells like sulfur. And then a gleaming black chariot drawn by ebony horses comes out of the chasm, and there's a driver on it. It's like 100% Hades.
Right.
And you jump in the back, and Hades notices you there, and he's like, what are you doing? I mean, that's not his exact words, but you're like...
That's your Hades voice, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he's a diva.
I mean, a little bit.
I mean, look at him. He's got like a Tim Curry look to him. He's very much like Dr. Frankenfurter, diva. Yeah, yours looks more like manly, cool. Mine looks like Dr. Frankenfurter. He's like, why are you jumping up in here? And I'm like, Persephone, what is going on? And she's like, this is Hades. He's the lord of the underworld. And her face is just like deathly white.
Right.
And you're like, ugh, maybe I made the bad choice.
Right. So you go to way down Hades Town.
Yeah.
Way down under the ground.
Yeah. So you are going down under there, and then you go over the river Styx, and Persephone's like, oh, this place really sucks. And then you're like going over the river Styx, and you have to decide if you're going to jump out into the water, which is like full of like dead people.
Yes,
like you can see them, or if you're going to remain in the chariot. And I'm like, I'm not going to jump in the dead water. That's a dumb choice.
Yeah, you insta-die then.
Why would you even give me that choice? Like, who would choose that? Because yeah, you do insta-die. So no, I'm not going to do that. So I stay in the chariot, and chariot lands smoothly on the other side of the river. You get to Hades' castle. There's Cerberus right there. And Cerberus is a sweetie. He really is. He's very cute. And Hades is like, he's super friendly when you come in, but he's kind of mean when you're trying to leave. So just like keep that in mind. And he's like, so you're going to be my queen down here forever. Just don't think about being up top anymore.
And it's weird that they made her a kid.
Yeah, because she is totally a kid. Like he's a lot bigger and older than her. So, and then he looks at you and he's like, you're going to stay down here too, I guess. And you're like, I don't want to do that. So then you have to decide if how you're going to escape. Are you going to try your luck with Cerberus? Or are you going to try to find another way out of the palace? So I tried it both ways. But first I tried my luck with Cerberus. I was like, he seemed nice.
So I never did this one. Okay.
And I'm a dog person.
You are.
So
you have several.
I have 3 dogs.
And they always yell at me whenever I do anything.
Yes. But they don't yell at their mommy. They love me so much. And every dog loves me. Like they're my people, you know? And so I was like, I'm going to get along well with Cerberus. So I got this. So I grab a stick from the tree and I throw it, and I'm like, bring me a stick. Come on, boy. Then I throw 2 branches close to each other and the heads start fighting with each other. And like, I didn't want to do that. It just happened in the story. It didn't give me a choice. But the heads are like fighting and nipping at each other and stuff. And I was like, this is my chance to slip out the gate. And then I see this old man in a hooded cloak.
Right.
And he notices me and he waves as I'm approaching the shore. So I get over there and he's like, hey, girl. And I'm like, hi, who are you? And he's like, I'm Sharon. I'm the ferryman of the dead. And I was like, okay, I'm trying to get across to the land of the living, actually. And he's like, I can't let you do that.
But he knows that you look different. Like he knows that you are alive still somehow.
So you can actually, if you want, become like my apprentice. And so you have to decide if you're going to try to swim across. He's like, go for it, babe. Like that would be so cute for me.
But also back up really quick. I don't think he really needs an apprentice because, like, it's just, you just rowed a boat. Like,
right.
What are you going to learn?
You know?
Yeah, I did this internship on a boat where I just rowed the boat. And, well, I got pointers from a man about how I rowed a boat.
Yeah. He says, you're pretty amusing.
So I do little jigs for him.
Yeah. Do you want to be my apprentice? I like a joke. So you have to decide then if you're going to do this job or if you're going to try to swim across the river. So it's really funny because if you decide to swim across the river, he seriously is like, so many souls have attempted the same folly. But basically it's just saying like, oh yeah, go for it. I would love to see this. Do it, babe. So
doesn't get old.
So yeah, you start going. And as you go, you can feel your life ebbing away. And by the time you reach the opposite shore, you are too weak to stand and you are lifeless. And when he gets over there, Charon is like, no one survives. The river Styx. Just
come sail away.
One more soul to carry across the water.
Come sail away.
Come sail away with me, guys.
But you didn't do that.
I did not. I'll be your apprentice. That should be fun.
I got a little sailor suit.
You're like, okay, eventually I'll be able to like sneak out. Okay.
Or if I work really hard, I can work up to like
assistant to the ferryman of the river Styx, right? And then
if you put in your time,
if I'm like better than him, maybe then we'll switch positions. It's like, you know, sometimes you're the opener for the band and then you get bigger than them and then they're your opener.
Or you can think of like franchising, like, you know, like maybe like you're the regional manager of ferries.
Yes. I own 51% of this ferry. As weeks pass, as you're the ferryman apprentice, he starts to trust you and he stops having like a, you know, nails digging into your shoulder grip on you.
Because when you reach either shores, like he like holds you back.
Yes. And so finally he stops holding you all together and you're like, okay, I could maybe escape to the land of the living now. But then you start feeling bad about Persephone being down there forever. You're having like a little survivor's guilt.
Which is weird because we'll talk about the Icarus storyline later, but you have knowledge of Icarus. And you're like, hey, Icarus, don't get too close to the sun. Everybody knows your story. But you don't seem to have that knowledge with Persephone that Persephone comes and goes.
Right.
And it's kind of, it's a story about the seasons.
I know. And it's weird because like you're like in the Icarus story, you're saying like, my grandma told me this. And in the Persephone story, you don't. So you're like having this survivor's guilt. Should you go back and help Persephone or should you go directly to the land of the living? Well, I decided to go back and help Persephone because I am a knight in shining armor, if nothing else. Peter, I am a chivalrous person and I like a good adventure. And I'm not a big boner like you where I'm just going to like wimp out and not help people. So I'm like, bang, and I sneak off and I go towards the palace. And in my haste to get there, I stumble on the rocky ground and I twist my ankle and I'm like, owie, ow, ow, ow. And then as I'm laying there rubbing my leg, I see this person like sprinting at me like super fast. And I'm like, oh my God, this person could be chasing me. What is going on? So then you have to decide to find out who the runner is or if you want to hide. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to figure out who this person is.
It's Hermes, right?
It's Hermes. You're like, I was on my way to rescue Persephone. And he's like, I'm on my way to rescue Persephone.
What?
And he's like, you're a living person. Your clothes are really weird. and I'm going to take care of Persephone and pick her up. And then I'll come right back here and I'll take you to the land of the living. Mm-hmm. So you're like, I fixed it. Fixed everything.
By falling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, girl.
That's a very Abby path. I'm just like, I did something bad, but it worked out anyway.
Very true. That happens to me all the time. So I lay there for less than an hour. Hermes comes back with Persephone and Hades' chariot. And I'm like, oh, hey, girl. How are you? She's like,
I tried to save you, but I fell.
Hey, babe. And then Hermes is like, get in here. And so I'm like, hi, can you take me to meet Zeus? And Hermes is like, yeah, maybe. So you told me earlier that you live thousands of years in the future. I want to trade places with you. I saw want to do that? And I'm like, I don't get it. And he's like, we can exchange lives. Mm-hmm. You'll become a god. I'll go into the future and take your place. And I'm like, you don't look anything like me. Right, we can't do like, what's that name of that Trading Place movie?
Is it called Trading Places?
No. Parent Trap. We can't Parent Trap.
But Abby, there is a movie called Trading Places.
But no, it's Parent Trap. We can't Parent Trap Zeus and my parents. You don't look nothing like me. Mm-hmm. Hermes. And he's like, no.
But it's more quantum leap rules where
we'll step into each other's bodies. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Quantum leap rules. So you have to decide if you're going to exchange lives with Hermes or go meet Zeus and then go home. Mm-hmm. Both of them are great options.
Right.
I mean, truly, they really are. Yeah. So I actually decided to exchange lives with Hermes.
Yes.
So
because that was a really interesting ending.
Yeah. I thought it would be cool. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm going to miss my family, but I'm going to do it.
It doesn't even say that. No, it doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say that at all. But that was what my thinking was. I was like, oh.
Because the whole reason you're doing this is for your family.
Yeah, I'm doing this to meet Zeus and get proof for my parents. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I don't care. It seems fun. So I did it. So I'm like, I'll trade lives with you on one condition. You must promise to help my parents prove that they've discovered Olympus. And Hermes is like, I know where Zeus keeps all of his treasures. I'll make your parents famous. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So yeah, I realized I do know exactly how Zeus looks. I know where to find him. I hug Hermes. I'm like, bye. I've got his powers with the last of his powers that he has in him. He whisks himself through time. He's back with my parents and stuff. I begin to run toward Olympus. My body's weightless. I start flying. And then I see the splendor of Olympus and I'm like, oh my God, I am going to like this. I am a god. I'm a golden god.
Take that, Grandma.
So yeah. Grandma banged a god. I am a god. Anyway, that was my first run through.
Yeah.
But if you just decide to meet Zeus instead of becoming a god, Hermes takes you to find Zeus. You go through this like small peninsula. Zeus and Athena show up and Zeus is like, welcome to Olympus. Your grandma and I are old friends.
Right. I saw that too.
And he's like, let's have something to eat before I show you and talk to anything. I was like, okay. So we have like Din.
Some Lunchables.
Is like, I have souvenirs for you. And he gives you a shovel. And he says, if you use this shovel, you'll be able to unearth every last trace of Olympus. Follow the tug of the tool and you'll find more than you've ever dreamed of.
I want that tattooed on my arm.
You sit back down on your cloud seat, which is like what they have at their table. And you like go through the mists of time and then you're at home. And you have your souvenir from Zeus. So now you have the way to prove your parents.
Yeah. And most of the endings are positive endings. Mm-hmm. It kind of usually spells out when you're going to get a bad ending, like the River Styx, obviously. Yeah. As long as you know a little bit of mythology, you're going to know that that's a bad decision.
Yeah, for sure.
So you almost always find proof of some sort.
Yeah.
There are times where even like Zeus like comes to your front door and he's like, yo.
What's up?
So yeah, my first run through is, I get to choose to meet Icarus. Mm-hmm. And Icarus and Daddy Icarus are in the labyrinth of the Minotaur. And which isn't right? We're combining myths at this point?
Yeah, because that wasn't him. That was Perseus, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And Ariadne helps him out.
Yes. We're simplifying things. It's okay. Mm-hmm. So you can choose to like hang out with them or you can kind of like choose to like go by yourself. I was like, well, I know how the Icarus thing pans out. So I was like, I'm going to take my chance in the labyrinth. And then so you're walking around for hours. And then you see the Minotaur.
Yeah.
And you can either run, I think, or you can try to like be friends with him.
Yeah. Be bros.
Yeah. So I become friends with him. And he's like, you're the first person that hasn't run away from me.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're instant buds.
Yeah. He's like really sympathetic character.
Mm-hmm. Which makes what's going to happen very, very sad.
Right.
I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get out of here. Do you know the way out? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'll show you the way out, but you have to promise not to leave. And I was like, okay, sure. That sounds great, buddy. And then so, yeah, he shows you the way out. There's a boat.
He's like, be my friend forever and don't ditch me. Please.
I mean, it's basically Peter.
We're BFFs. Emphasis
Right?
on F for forever, right?
It has big Peter energy, right? You see this boat.
Mm-hmm.
And you are like, hey, we can either try to sneak aboard
Mm-hmm.
or we can try to like flag down the crew
Mm-hmm.
and try to reason with them. And the Minotaur is like, that sounds like a bad idea because I'm a monster.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's probably going to be fine.
No, it's
So,
a bad idea.
And it is a bad idea because if you do that, you instantly get captured.
Yeah, it's a dumb idea
Mm-hmm.
because you're a kid.
So yeah, you sneak on board.
Uh-huh.
There's these huge waves and the boat sinks and the Minotaur drowns. You're on this boat and your best friend dies and all the crew members die too. But then you're on this plank and you see some dolphins.
Yeah.
And then it gets the next page. Exactly. The next page is all like this, like you're bebopping with your dolphins and like, oh, you're having so much fun. And there's pictures about you with you smiling with this dolphin, having dolphin adventures, even though you just witnessed
a horrific death of like dozens of men and your bulbous buddy
that you kind of killed accidentally.
Yeah.
But
whoops.
The dolphin turns into Zeus. And this is like, hey, buddy, I saved you. I saw your adventure. You were pretty cool. Too bad I didn't save all those other people. Wah, wah. And then you're like, and he's like, hey, I'll give you all that evidence you need. The end.
Right. You're like, wow, rude. You could have saved so many people.
Right. But so that was my first run through. And again, it was kind of hard to fail.
Yeah.
Like I said before, the ways that seemed like the ways that the book ended, it seemed kind of like telegraphed that this is a way.
Yeah.
That will end your series.
Well, and even when you fail, you don't like die.
Mm-hmm.
You just like get back and you can't prove stuff, or you get stuck in the underworld for eternity or something. The Icarus time was really fun and interesting.
Yes,
because
you have that knowledge too.
Yeah, because you get there, you know, with him and his dad,
and you help him escape the labyrinth.
You help him escape, and right away, you can either decide to leave them or you can decide to stay with them. And you're like, ooh, should I stay with them and try to talk them out of doing this terrible flying with the wax wings idea?
Right.
Because that's a bad idea. They're going to die. And, you know, if you go with them, you tell the dad right away, like, look, you're going to kill your son if you do this. And he laughs in your face. What's his name? Bartimaeus or something?
Daddy Icarus
laughs in your face. And you're like, wow, Daedalus.
Hey.
That's his name for real. You're like, Ruda. And so he literally laughs in your face. And then you're like, okay, new tactic. I'm going to tell Icarus. Okay. And Icarus is like, he wouldn't hurt me.
Right.
He's my daddy. And you're like, he doesn't know that it's going to hurt you, though. He's like got false confidence. And I know this story because I'm like a time traveler.
And there's several different branches, several different endings for this too. Like there's some times where Icarus, like, he doesn't want to listen to you, but there's times where like Icarus does listen to you and like he kind of freaks out. He's like, I don't want to do this now.
But no matter what, he still dies every time.
Most times.
But like there's times where it's like you're going to go and fly with them because that's the plan the whole time. And then like you almost do it and then you stop, or you're going to do it and then you start going out and then you're getting too close to the sun because it's really fun. And then you start melting and falling.
And then you hit Icarus on the way down and you kill him. And Athena saves you.
Yeah. But she doesn't save him. And you're like, dude, why didn't you save him too? And she's like, because that's his fate.
Right.
And that's what he has to do. Like, he's got to die, because otherwise the story is not a cautionary tale. Like, that's the reason why that exists. That was interesting. Those are like the two longest ones.
Right.
The Hercules one was fun.
Well, let's do Icarus. Let's finish up with Icarus though. So he mostly dies all the time, or you witness the death, you cause the death, you see Daddy Icarus carry like his broken body at one point
out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the one ending where his dad pulls him out of the water, he like meets you on the beach and he's like, I should have listened to you. My bad. I'm gonna like be a good daddy to you.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna like help you with whatever you need. And you're like, well, I need to find Zeus. And he's like, let's go. He's like, I'm gonna take you and make you like a really good craftsman. And the gods really like people who are great at their art or whatever. So that's when you like, I'm stuck in Greece forever. Ancient Greece.
I see.
So.
But there was one instance where you're able to save Icarus and like you can like bring him back into like the present time with you.
Oh, weird.
And it says, before you can ask about your parents' excavation, you find yourself whirling through time with Icarus. When you return to the 21st century, your parents are so astonished by the ancient coin Icarus carries that they believe your account of time travel. They adopt Icarus.
What? He's like 20.
They adopt Icarus and abandon their archaeological research. So they have proof.
They're like, now we're permanent parents to our ancient pile of bones child.
So they didn't care about you.
No.
But they care about this 20-year-old. So they adopt Icarus. Icarus becomes an instant celebrity. Even you become famous for your experiences in ancient Greece. And you and Icarus remain friends for the rest of your life. And let me show you this picture. Again, I have the modern pictures. And you are high-fiving Icarus.
And he's wearing shorts with flames on them.
Yeah.
And a tie-dye shirt.
He's very beach bro.
Oh, my God. And it says you're friends for the rest of your life, but he's technically your brother.
Right. How about let's get into favorite endings,
Sure.
And then we can touch on the Hercules storyline really quick.
Yeah. When you're with Daedalus and Icarus and you help them escape the labyrinth, you have to decide kind of right away when you get out if you're going to stay with them or like ditch them and go towards the palace of King Minos. So when you get there, you like make a bunch of choices and you basically end up running into Hercules, who's doing his, how many trials did he have? 12 trials or something?
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
So he's like doing his 12 trials. You run into him and you like are helping him or whatever do his trials. And there's one trial where you have to like steal a golden apple from these like sisters of this grove. If you help him and then you feel awful about it, this is my favorite ending. You're like, okay, I have to return these stolen apples. So you grab the satchel of stolen apples. Hercules catches you as you're running away and he starts to beat you up.
Oh, no.
Here's a picture of Hercules, a giant muscled, loose Ferrigno looking man, just beating the junk out of you. You're a little kid. And then Zeus pops up and he's like, that's enough. We don't beat up little kids from another century.
Oh, jeez.
He helps you to your feet and he's like, okay, stealing is terrible, but Hercules has to do his tasks. And this is his destiny, so he has to do it. It's very noble of you to try to interfere, but I can't allow you to succeed. So you're like, oh, okay, are my parents destined to prove that they've discovered Olympus? And he's like, yes, like with your help, your parents are going to do this. So it takes a little longer than expected, but your parents discovered the treasures of Olympus, including those apples that Hercules stole. But I just love the picture of Zeus like pulling Hercules off of you.
Like, dude,
like, why are you hitting a child? Oh my God.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of my favorite endings were definitely the Icarus. I thought that was so interesting, so well done. Just the different ways you could try to save him and often fail.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So, yeah, I think let's just get into what we thought of this book. I thought this one was a bop.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. It reminded me, I think I texted you, it reminded me of kind of like those first couple ones where it was just, the writing was really well and the choices were just really distinct. Mm-hmm. It was really easy to kind of keep track of different branches in my in my mind.
The one thing about the new Choose books that's really great is it shows you the kind of branches on the back.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's like really nice that there's these kind of distinct branches in this one.
Mm-hmm. But we read this one in concurrency with our next one, which is the gorillas.
The Search for the Mountain Gorillas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't remember like anything about that book because it's all the storylines blend together.
I remember we were in the jungle.
Exactly. But with this one, it was really easy to separate storylines. Everything felt different, and you actually wanted to go back and see what other storylines held.
Oh, yeah. It was interesting to try to be like, all right, now, what did I miss? Mm-hmm. As you would flip around, you would find things that were like, ooh, what original path could I have split off from to find him? Right. So it was fun to try to find those places where I could figure out how to get there.
Mm-hmm. So I think this was a good one.
Yeah.
I would put this definitely in the top half.
Yeah, I would say if this was your first Choose book that you'd read, this would be one where you would be interested in trying to read more of them.
Definitely.
For sure.
All right. Well, that was Throne of Zeus. Let's get to our housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Make sure that you like and subscribe. If you could leave a review, it really helps us out. Because we're kind of a small show, and if you haven't left us a review, make sure you do it because even just one review, it really brightens our day and it really helps the algorithm out a little bit. Follow us on Instagram.
Yep.
Because we'll post some of the photos of the books.
Heck yeah, well.
And some other fun stuff. You can go to our Redbubble store, and we got some shirts there. We got some stickers, a lot of other fun stuff. I think that about covers it.
You could buy enough stickers to cover your entire house.
That's true.
You could wallpaper a room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just giving you ideas. It's called home decor. Okay?
It's You're DIY. Welcome. That's really hot right now.
There's shows about it.
Not this show. Let's just stop. So,
my name's Peter. I'm a librarian.
Well, thanks for listening today, everybody. Our next book is going to be Search for the Mountain Gorillas, number 41.
I ain't happy. Feeling sad.
Boom, boop, boop, boom, boop. We'll see you next time.
I have to remember what my first run through was. Turn to page 5, turn to page 8, then you gotta figure out what to do.